Okay, so you guys know us as a company to constantly work on solving problems, and we have successfully solved another problem. This is a on-car adjustable upper control arm for the rear of an E36, E46 BMW. We've actually tested these for about a year and a half now. Jack Davis in Formula Drift, Vadim over in Texas has been running them as well, and they have been proven to work flawlessly with some small adaptations based on what those drivers fed back to us, which was the dual hole out here. Depending on where you want to be in your adjustment range, you can use either the inner hole or the outer hole for a quick and easy change. Plus, you can do all of your inner adjustments with this jack screw on the inside. The arms are actually left and right symmetrical, with the holes here located for the sway bar. So you can run the sway bar on this. You can't choose wrong. You can fit this on either or. And then your coilover is actually going to center onto this ring here. All of the angles here is what was the most critical part of building the arm. And then obviously the material selection is what makes it strong, rigid, and able to sustain the weight of the car. The only thing that we struggled with getting perfect was proper axle clearance and proper chassis clearance. So you can see the shape of this is a little odd with a little bit of a bend in the end here. All of it needing to be done and required for the perfect clearance on both of those things. If your car is low enough to the point that this contacts the pinch weld, you may need to either bend the pinch weld or just shave it down a little bit. But other than that, these are track proven, competition proven, taking big hits and nothing happens to them whatsoever. Plus, replacing them would be significantly easier than anything stock, because the heim joint itself can actually stay on the chassis and you can just unthread the body from the arm if you ever did damage this. So instead of having to lower the subframe and remove this really pesky bolt that's hard to get, you can simply just unthread the body from the heim joint. So we're gonna show you guys how we can install it, adjust it, set it up, and then ultimately Cody's gonna be driving. This is Cody's car, by the way. Cody's gonna be driving this weekend at our drift event. Cody here has actually been around the block locally for 6 years, maybe 7 years. Since I was in a shop back with my brother, we originally met because of his S13, his SR20. He then since bought this car from Ethan. He's been around for the local scene, which isn't huge, but it's very closely knit. So Cody has had products on the S13 from the early days. The kit on this car is actually around 4.5 years old on the front. And then something interesting that we never really have seen on a drift car is the factory brace. So do a quick shot of that under the car. I think everyone should be running these if you aren't, especially if you're in competition with high horsepower and big lock and everything. It makes no sense to remove that. So you can see here firsthand it fits and clears everything fine. We're gonna get Kyle to throw these on. He's a kind of an E46 expert since he's been modding up his own. And I'll be here and there to explain the details as we move along. So